With legal updates and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching The Wrestling Report. A photo from MJF's wedding showed him with Hangman Page, as this apparently has AEW upset given their feud. Speaking about this, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, "I know that they're not particularly happy it happened. It's not the end of the world. I mean, everyone knows and this and that, but it's still, especially for people who have kind of the mentality that he, MJF, would have, and I would presume Page would have, but I know he would have in the sense of he wouldn't want that. He's trying to be a heel from the 70s and 80s in 2025, and it's not the easiest thing to do, and he works very hard at being that kind of a heel that people genuinely hate, and trying to make, and there's nothing wrong with trying to create the illusion that these feuds are real. I mean, we know they're not, but you do want to create the illusion, and I don't think you want to break the illusion." With former WWE star ODYSSEY Jones suing his ex-girlfriend, more information has been given. As Ringside News said, former WWE star Amari Palmer, known to fans as ODYSSEY Jones, is turning up the legal pressure in his lawsuit against Maylith Nunes, the ex-girlfriend whose abuse allegations played a central role in his WWE departure. In court documents obtained by Ringside News dated August 6, 2025, Palmer's legal team launched a request for production of documents officially beginning the discovery process aimed directly at Nunes. Filed under Florida Rule of Civil Procedure 1.350, this court filing compels Nunes to produce a wide range of evidence within 30 days. The move marks a shift in Palmer's legal strategy from defending himself to demanding accountability from the woman who accused him. The legal war began after Nunes made claims that led to Palmer's WWE release in late 2023. He later filed a defamation lawsuit seeking to clear his name and alleging that Nunes' actions were false, malicious, and damaging to his career and personal life. Earlier filings focused on dismissing Nunes' counterclaims and pushing back against her motion to strike. Now, Palmer's attorneys are going all in to test the credibility of her allegations. This latest filing is a sweeping document that leaves no stone unturned. Palmer's legal team is demanding everything from private DMs and deleted Instagram posts to HR reports, police records, and potential media deals. The goal is to prove a pattern of dishonesty, uncover potential financial motives, and force Nunes to reveal whether she sought publicity or profit from her claims. Full list of what Palmer is demanding from Nunes: all communication with WWE or TKO, including emails, text, or internal reports regarding Palmer. Formal HR complaints or incident reports filed with WWE or TKO, communications with any member of the press, including journalists, influencers, bloggers, or media outlets that discussed Palmer, all social media content, including posts, comments, direct messages, stories, and deleted content mentioning Palmer, photos, videos, or audio recordings that she says support her claims, diaries, medical records, therapy notes, or other incident documentation she may have maintained, police reports, or other law enforcement communications, including records tied to the alleged incidents, text, emails, gifts, photos, or travel records related to the nature of their relationship, names and contact info of any witnesses to the alleged abuse, plus any statements from those individuals, any financial requests or settlement demands sent to Palmer or WWE/TKO, records of past allegations against other people, if any, that show a possible pattern, media contracts or paid appearance deals related to her accusations, legal and PR communication, including instructions she received from her attorney or publicist, any evidence proving her statement was true, retractions, walkbacks, or corrections she has made publicly or privately, hotel receipts, credit card statements, or other location data showing whether she was in Orlando or Orange County during the alleged timeframe, May to July of 2024, investigative reports or internal WWE/TKO correspondence related to her allegations, and any other document she plans to use during trial as as part of her defense. In legal terms, this is a classic pressure tactic meant to put Nunes's entire narrative under a microscope. If she made these allegations truthfully, she should have no issue producing the requested material. But if there are gaps, contradictions, or missing evidence, it could seriously hurt her standing in court. Palmer's legal team is sending a clear message. If you accused him, now prove it, down to the receipts. This escalation follows an earlier motion from Palmer's attorney to strike Nunes's counterclaims and call out her lack of specific evidence. This discovery push now gives Palmer the legal right to force her to produce any communication with WWE, the police, or even a blogger, especially if those conversations shaped her public story. If Nunes fails to comply, she could face sanctions and her ability to defend herself may weaken substantially. Her response is due within 30 days. This case could have major implications, not just for Palmer's future in wrestling, but also for how personal accusations impact talent behind the scenes in WWE and other promotions. Giving his thoughts on Rajah Jackson assaulting Psycho Stu at the Knox Pro event, Logan Paul noted on his Impulsive podcast, "He belongs in jail. I firmly 10,000% believe he belongs in jail." Assault is an understatement. He tried to kill a man, and it was live streamed on his Kick channel. Rajah still hasn't been arrested. And by the way, this isn't like a witch hunt. I'm not pushing for legislation reform or something here, but that seems he belongs in jail. Because you are an angry young man who has a lot of pent-up aggression and you think people are playing with you or whatever your interpretation of life is, that doesn't mean you get to get in a ring and beat up a performer. He isn't anybody on the street, especially Jeff. Definitely not anybody, but it's a situation where, okay, I'm a professional wrestler. I saw this. I know what it's supposed to look like. Dude, you're in there trusting each other to put on a performance and make something look good and entertaining. To completely go off script and try to kill someone, you're mentally insane. It's criminal. It's criminal behavior. I couldn't believe what I was watching when I saw the video. 20, 21, 22 punches. Psycho Stu thought that when Rajah walked up, he was working in character. In character because he saw a camera and was building the bit. It seemed like he was building backstage beef in the form of what's called a work, as we know. Psycho Stu also is an army veteran. He suffers from PTSD. He wrestles because of it, which makes this whole thing 100% the worst part. Then later, a different amateur wrestler told Rajah, "Get your receipt," which in wrestling terms means slam him, get back in there. No, not just slam him, hit him for real. Hit him for real. Dude, he probably would have killed the guy if he wasn't yanked off. That's why I say put him in jail. I thought I was about to watch someone try to commit murder. That's what that video looked like. He tried to murder him. That's what that video looked like. I thought I was about to watch someone try to commit murder. If you just slammed him hard and to your point, maybe smacked him in the face or something like that and then left, bro, there would be no charges. There would be no conversation. It would have been a sick clip and everything would have been fine. Everything that happened after that moment is attempted murder, or at least some sort of hardcore assault charge. He was knocked out right after the slam. Yeah, because he slammed him on his head. He basically held him by his lower body and smashed him on his head. Even if it was just that and you knocked out a wrestler, everything after that is jail time. There's no excuse for it. Doesn't matter if he smashed him with a can or a wrench an hour before, because you have to have self-control. And a thing to remember too is regardless of what happened, he can't claim crime of passion or anything because it happened an hour earlier. The can smash was an hour before that. You've had time to calm down. Any normal human would have processed the emotion, calmed down, realized that everything was going to be okay. Providing an update on the Liv Morgan stalker incident, Ringside News wrote that the disturbing case involving Liv Morgan's alleged stalker, Sean Chan, has taken another sharp turn. The Canadian man, who has been held behind bars since June after showing up at the WWE star's Florida home, is now scheduled for a bond hearing one day earlier than previously set. According to updated court filings, the hearing will take place on Monday, September 15th in Tampa. Chan is currently facing a federal charge of interstate domestic violence after allegedly traveling traveling from Scarborough, Ontario to Orlando, then driving hours to Morgan's residence. He reportedly loitered outside for hours, tried to access her property, and left behind an unsettling letter before leaving the scene. FBI agents arrested him days later, with WWE security identifying him from home surveillance footage. Now, Chan is asking the court to release him on bond while awaiting trial. His defense team claims they've arranged for him to stay at a local Salvation Army facility. Prosecutors aren't having it. They firmly oppose his release, calling him a flight risk and a danger to the public, especially Liv Morgan. In one of the more blunt filings, prosecutors stated the defendant, Sean Chan, is a danger to the community, a serious risk of flight, and there are no conditions of release that will reasonably assure Chan's appearance at further proceedings of this case. The United States requests that Chan remain detained pending trial. They further dismissed the idea that staying at the Salvation Army was a meaningful solution. The fact the council secured a bed for Chan at the Salvation Army does not have a material bearing on the issue of whether there are conditions of release that will reasonably assure his future appearance and the safety of other persons and the community, including Liv Morgan. The government also pointed out Chan's lack of legal status, employment, or personal ties in the US, a dangerous combination that increases the odds of fleeing back to Canada. Chan is a Canadian citizen who has no reported family in the Middle District of Florida. He does not have a job, nor does he have any authorization to work in the United States. In fact, Chan has no obvious ties to this country at all. Even more concerning, prosecutors revealed that Chan originally denied any mental health problems but has since been submitted for a psychiatric evaluation. That development came after his legal team requested a delay in trial proceedings to allow for the evaluation. The complaint also detailed what Chan allegedly wrote in the note he left behind at Morgan's home. In part, it read, "It's me, Sean, the guy you all hang out with on gaming platform. You've been trying to contact me, so who's the stalker, huh? I came here to pay just a friendly visit, nothing more. Yet I'm the one who looks like a stalker thanks to all of you. I just wanted to let you know that I was here." Chan was indicted on June 25th and could face up to 5 years in prison if convicted. He remains incarcerated at Hernando County Jail in Florida. This updated court date could bring a crucial decision in the months-long ordeal. With prosecutors pushing hard to keep Chan locked up, the judge's decision on Monday could determine whether Morgan's alleged stalker walks free or remains behind bars until trial. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.